Good morning, everyone. This is Jamie Spiegel. I get to be the purchasing director from materials management, and we are joining you together to do our first attempt at the online training module that we're working on here within the purchasing office. Today's session, Purchasing 101, is the very first one, and we're kind of hoping that everything goes well. Just be aware that we're kind of learning as we go along as well, and hopefully you can hear us. If you cannot hear, please make sure that you have your speakers up or whatever. We're kind of watching everybody through the videos and stuff, and so this is very interesting. So one of the things I want to thank Craig Randall and Donna Colburn for helping us get this all set up. Again, this is our first attempt. We are going to be recording this, and so that we can watch it later, as well as those who aren't able to attend can watch it later on as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it off to Donna Colburn. She's going to let you know all the little things you need to know about the session.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to go over a couple of items on the agenda. Number 2, the video will run in its entirety without interruption. So you're encouraged to go ahead and submit your questions through the webinar chat feature throughout the video presentation. And our attachments, we did send these documents in the email notification of this training, but you will also be able to open these as we discuss them in the eLearn PD. We also have questions will be addressed after the video is completed, and this video will be available with attachments on the eLearn PD. Your chat feature is in the upper right hand of the corner of the screen, so you can just click on that and just ask questions. We do ask that you address everyone when you do ask questions. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start the presentation.
Welcome to Round Rock Purchasing 101, part of the Purchasing Training Series. Purchasing in a Texas school district. Public purchasing, which includes Texas school districts, must conduct all of their dealings in the public eye and must adhere to strict legal guidelines. As a public entity of the state, Round Rock ISD must make its purchases within relevant statutes and policies. Within these boundaries, the school district's objective is to purchase the best products, materials, and services at the lowest practical prices. Ethics and conflict of interest. A district employee's ethical behavior should be equal to what should be taught to the students that are entrusted to our care. Employees should serve as role models for students and staff, which helps ensure the public's trust. A district employee's ethical behavior affects the campus or the department's morale and creates loyalty among employees. It also ensures success of the organization. Conflict of interest. As a public servant, school district employees should be open and announce any conflict of interest that they may have. In all actions, the best interests of the district and its goals and standards should outweigh the interest of the individual. Employees must adhere to the district's policies, DBD. Purchasing legal requirements, district policy, and procedures. The purchase process is governed by statutes, and only the most utilized are listed below. Texas Education Code, Chapter 44. Texas Local Government Code, Chapter 271, and the Texas Government Code Chapters 2251, 2252, 2254, and 2269. The purchasing process is also governed by district policies, specifically CH, which covers purchasing and acquisition, CHE, which covers vendor relations, CI, which covers school property disposal, and CV, facilities construction. The process is also governed by the procedures that are available in the district's FIRM. The FIRM is also known as a Financial Information Resource Manual. Board actions. Some items are required by law to be approved by the district board, such as depository contract. District policy requires that construction bids over $100,000 or greater has to be approved through CV Local. In addition, construction-related change orders that would increase the cost of a contract by more than $50,000 must be approved by board action. Overview of the purchasing process. Most all procedures are listed within the FIRM. This will include purchasing ethics, how to make a district purchase, the purchasing card or P card, the contract library, vendor relations and communications, active contracts, fixed assets, and additional relevant information. To provide a visual representation of the purchasing process, this flowchart has been developed that will provide a step-by-step flow to determine, based on cost, which purchasing method is appropriate and or required. Please note that if you're going to be utilizing federal funds, that these have certain requirements you will have to meet. You need to be aware of those and make sure that you understand them before you make a purchase. An example is being provided that shows, like in process 1, this is for warehouse orders. Once you've done a requisition, you've processed it, then it automatically is completed. The second example is going to be process 2. This is where you're utilizing a district contract. Again, once the purchase order has been created, the order has been processed. Purchasing thresholds, process number 5. This is for purchases from $0 to $5,000. There are no requirements for quotes. However, a campus or department is encouraged to attempt to try to get the best price possible. Remember, if you're using federal funds, you have certain requirements you have to meet. Process number 6. This is for purchases from $5,000 to $10,000. Purchasing procedure requires that you have to attempt to try to get 3 quotes. The quotes must include a buyer-issued quote number prior to the purchase being made. Quote documentation must be provided within the purchasing requisition. Again, remember, federal funds have certain requirements you must meet. Process number 7. This is for purchases from $10,000 to $50,000. These purchases will have to go through the purchasing office to determine the best method to make the procurement. Process number 8. This is for procurements over $50,000. These purchases must go through a legal procurement process. Like items or services are to be aggregated over a 12-month period known as a fiscal year for the entire district. Within the legal requirements, aggregated means that if all 50-plus campuses within Round Rock were to purchase the same product or service, spending only $1,000 per campus, the aggregated spend by the district is over the $50,000 annual threshold, therefore requiring a formal procurement process. The purchasing office will maintain the information to determine when these thresholds are surpassed. This may mean that a small purchase may require a formal procurement process. To meet these legal requirements of purchases over $50,000, the district's purchasing office is managing approximately 300 active contracts, with 88 new contracts awarded just this year. For those of you that do have federal funds available, this flow chart provides an integrated federal, district, and state procurement processes that you will have to follow based on the type of purchase to be made. Federal compliance. For federal purchases, they must now meet the new EDGAR requirements, which will fall under 2 CFR 200.315 through 200.326. Grant managers are responsible for ensuring all requirements are met. Failure to follow could lead to the district reimbursing the grant with general funds. Check the Notice of Grant Award, or NOGA, for further requirements. District awarded purchasing contracts. Active contracts. Here's the link to the firm page that will provide you more information about what active contracts that the district does have. Within this page, you will find a listing of the current active contracts and PDFs as applicable, and a link to the Round Rock ISD Purchasing Resources Information webpage. Within the RISD Purchasing Resources page, again, the site listed provides a searchable database of district-awarded contracts and vendors. Compliance and order processing. All district purchases must be compliant with state law and district policy. This page provides information on what happens if the purchase is non-compliant. Non-compliance includes purchases of items or services that were made prior to the issuance of a purchase order, also called after the fact. Included within this page is reporting of non-compliant purchases by the campus or department, penalties for making an after-the-fact non-compliant purchase, and knowledge of those vendors that are creating non-compliant environments. Vendor relations and communications. Vendor relations and communications. On the firm page shown, you'll find more information of how to deal with vendors, especially related to research and discovery, finding information out about the items of the services that you wish to purchase, demonstrations of products or services by vendors, pilot programs for limited testing of potential programs or services, proposal evaluations for the RFP process, how to deal with awarded vendors, and what to do with unsolicited offers or communications from the vendor community. Contract agreements and signature authority. Within the firm page indicated, this site will provide information on the contract components that are necessary within any agreements the district signs, signature authority and which individuals within the district have the right to sign documents, and the contract and agreements library process. Purchase requisitions. There are 3 different types of requisitioning methods available. First is the standard ordering process, going through the munis process of creating a purchase requisition for general or special funds, warehouse orders for district stocked items, and student activity orders for those departments and campuses that have activity funds available. purchase requisition requirements must follow the purchasing guidelines found within the firm. If all requisition workflow approvals are completed by close of business, the requisition, in most cases, will be converted to a purchase order and issued within 24 hours. Requisitions will not be approved if not all required processes or entry data are included. Also included in the firm are Tyler Munis processes. Within this section, you will find procedural information such as quick reference cards and videos. Why commodity codes? The purchasing office has provided a search page, as shown here, that will provide the end user a search feature to find the appropriate commodity code for the item to be purchased. Commodity codes are a means to track purchases made by the district as a whole and provides a grouping of like purchases for planning purposes such as creating contracts. It is not necessary for the end user to provide a code for items or services purchased through a contracted vendor. The exception being purchasing card transactions or P cards. The end user must provide a commodity code within the requisition for a purchase that is not utilizing a district contract. Contact the purchasing office if you're having difficulty locating a commodity code. When in doubt or unsure what to do. How to contact the Round Rock ISD Purchasing Office. For general information, go to the purchasing main web page. Each program contact person is available on this page, and the buyer assignments are listed at the following website. The Round Rock ISD purchasing offices are located at the Brushy Creek Complex at 16255 Great Oaks Drive, Suite 200. The main line is 6950. Thank you for your time. Please do not hesitate to contact the purchasing office at extension 6950 or contact your assigned buyer. Now for the answers to your questions.
Okay, everyone, we saw we had some technical difficulties, and hopefully most of you got to be able to listen and hear what was going on. And we were kind of tracking to see what was issued. We didn't have any questions about the content. Does anybody have anything they want to ask us now? Okay, so with that being said, one of the things we want to just kind of let you know that again, the schedule for these sessions are actually going to run into the month of May. Each one of the sessions are going to be the first and the third Wednesday of each month. And we have a schedule that's being posted. It has been posted through the Purchasing Alert, as well as will be multiple different places, especially within the professional development eLearn PD screens. So we will make sure that we make an announcement. One of the things we've been having discussion about for those that are having technical difficulties is we may try to do a little quick training session prior to the next session, which is scheduled for February February 7th. So, and that particular one is going to be travel for employee travel. So, again, thanks for helping us try this out for the first time. If you've got any questions, please, again, don't hesitate to call us directly at 6950 in the purchasing office. And again, we look forward to seeing you sign on the next time. We do appreciate your participation.